Hey everybody, I'm East Coast Pete. Welcome to my show for drummers only. Today we're going to talk about a particular favorite drummer of mine. His name is Bill Bruford. He was born in 1949 in Kent, southeast of London. William Scott Bruford, arguably the best drummer in Prog. He's also a songwriter, producer, and a record label owner. He played drums for prog rockers Yes from 68 to 72 and again from 90 to 92. After first leaving Yes, he spent the rest of the 70s playing drums for King Crimson and for his own band, Bruford. In the 80s, he returned to King Crimson for 3 years. He also played drums for the Roaches, Patrick Moraz, another Yes ex, David Torn, and jazz band Earthworks. He then played with Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, and Howe, which led to Bruford's second stint with Yes. In 1994, he rejoined King Crimson for the third time. He stayed until 1997 when he continued with his band Earthworks. He retired from public performance in 2009, but he continued operating his two record labels, Summerfold and Winterfold. He earned a PhD in music at the University of Surrey. He is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of Yes. Going back into his childhood, at 13 he first took up drumming after hearing American jazz drummers on the BBC. Max Roach, Joe Morello, Art Blakey, and Ginger Baker were his favorites. He'd practice with brushes on record sleeves, playing along with what he heard. In his first band, known as The Breed, it's an R&B and soul group formed at his boarding school, and after graduation he tried out for Savoy Brown, but he only played 3 gigs because they said he messed with the beat. He joined Paper Blitz Tissue, a psychedelic rock band, for a short time. And then he saw an ad for a drummer to join the band Noise for a 6-week residency at the Piper Club in Rome, Italy. It was not a good experience. He had to hitchhike back to England with his drum kit in tow. Yow. He wants to do that. He placed his own ad then for drum work in Melody Maker, and John Anderson spotted the ad and offered him a stint with his band Mabel Greer's Toy Shop. He also had bassist Chris Squire. Bruford was impressed, decided to join them at a gig at Rachel McMillan's College in Deptford. The set consisted of a drawn-out version of Wilson Pickett's In the Midnight Hour. Bruford liked what he heard, liked Anderson and Squire's harmonic singing. And then Peter Banks was added on guitar. They also added Tony Kaye on keyboards. And this became the first lineup of the band Yes. Now, Bruford played on Yes's first 5 studio albums. He experimented with unusual beat placement and multiple time signatures, and he developed a syncopation with Squire's bass lines, which were staccato and trebly. He would leave Yes because of what he described as hot-blooded and argumentative moments at practice. Nobody likes that. Oh, okay, somebody might. After Yes's Close to the Edge album, Bruford joined King Crimson. He was with them for the albums Lark's Tongues in Aspic, Starless and Bible Black, and Red. And of course their live album USA. Robert Fripp disbanded King Crimson in 1974, the first of many reorganizations of the seminal Prog band. In 1974, Bruford became a temporary member of the band Gong. He played on Squire's solo Fish Out of Water and HQ by Roy Harper. He toured with Genesis on their Trick of the Tail tour. Now, Peter Gabriel had left to pursue a solo career. Phil Collins switched to lead singer, left a spot open. So he played on Genesis' new concert film, Genesis in Concert, and on 2 live albums, Seconds Out and 3 Sides Live. That's my favorite prog drummer joining my favorite prog band. Sounds like a great idea. What could go wrong? Well, in 1977, he left to form his own band, Bruford, with Dave Stewart on keyboards, Jeff Berlin on bass, and Alan Holdsworth on guitar. He also joined John Wetton, ex-King Crimson, Family, Roxy Music, and Uriah Heep bassist. They created the band UK and performed several tours. In 1981, Fripp, Bruford, Tony Levin, and Adrian Belew formed a new King Crimson. The albums Discipline, Beat, and 3 of a Perfect Pair. Then in '84, Fripp disbanded King Crimson again. Patrick Moraz and Bruford formed an improv duo and put out music for piano and drums and Flags in '83 and '85 respectively. And in '86, Earthworks with Django Bates, Ian Balloway, and Mick Hutton, later replaced by Tim Harries. Bruford used an electronic drum set for the first time. Earthworks hiatus, Bruford went back to Yes. Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, and Howe, with Tony Levin on bass. This band merged with Yes, now an 8-man band, and they recorded the album Union, which pretty much sucked. How's that possible? My favorite prog drummer, another favorite prog band, can make an album that sucks? It happened. Then another album, Symphonic Music of Yes, in 1993. It was better, certainly better than Union. Bruford returned to Earthworks after that. In '94, King Crimson with the '80s lineup and Trey Gunn and Pat Mastelotto, and this was known as the Double Trio configuration. The EP Vroom and the LP Thrack and 2 live albums were produced. But Bruford left unexpectedly because the Double Trio lacked chemistry. 1997, a new Earthworks lineup, post-bop approach with Bruford compositions. They merged with Underground Orchestra and played a tour until 2008. His labels, Winterford was for his early guitar and drum work, and his label Summerford was for jazz, mostly post-1987. The final studio release was Skin and Wire, released in 2011. His autobiography was released in 2009. Now, Bruford's body of work is vast. 10 Yes albums, 16 King Crimson albums, 10 Earthworks, 3 with UK, 5 with Bruford, 3 with ABWH, 3 with Moraz, and 42 albums in collaboration with nearly everyone. I've played Yes on my headphones, sitting at my drums, trying to keep up with Bruford. And it's a wonderful experience when that kind of music that's so beautiful and anthemic is just pouring into you and you're giving it all you got. Asking yourself, wonder if I'll ever be able to play with a band this good. Nice dream. Anyway, thank you all for being with me on for drummers only. Join me on my show Mid Rock Crisis, and I'll be back as soon as I can. Thank you. Everybody take good care.